Hello fans and welcome in. I'm Jon Kliment, the broadcast voice of the Elmira Enforcers as I get ready to prepare you for the playoffs coming up starting tomorrow night, Friday at the First Arena. 2 home games to start things off. They're getting ready to kick off the final series of the Ignite Cup as the Elmira Enforcers take on the Columbus River Dragons starting here at First Arena, a Friday and Saturday night battle as the two teams hook up for just the 6th and 7th time this year. Then the series will shift down to Columbus and we'll see how the Columbus River Dragons handle going back home. They haven't been on the road very much, only really running for a week on the road back at the end of February. They played 2 games here against your Elmira Enforcers before heading out to Port Huron, Michigan, and a couple of games that they were able to take before Port Huron went down there and turned the tables on them. The Columbus River Dragons did finish in first place, and the Elmira Enforcers will have to contend with the top team in the league. However, the Enforcers did have another game played over the Columbus River Dragons, and the points speak a little different story.
Hi everybody, your Elmira Enforcers played their last 2 home games in the playoffs this week, Friday and Saturday. If you guys could come out and support, we'd really appreciate it.
Matchup's going to start in goal, where Troy Passingham will get the start for your Elmira Enforcers, trying to get things going for Elmira and get them off on the right foot. Troy did start 2 of the games against the Watertown Wolves back in 2019, and then started the first 2 games down in Carolina for the Enforcers in the championship finals. He will be opposed by the former Watertown Wolf netminder, Rutledge. Rutledge is 0-2 against the Enforcers in the playoffs, having given up over 10 goals over the course of those 2 games against the Watertown Wolves. The Enforcers will be looking, of course, to jump on top of that and keep things going in a positive way for them. They have not had championship success since back here in First Arena for Game 3 of 2019 Commissioner's Cup Finals when Nick Nieder tended the pipes. Nick Nieder, who recently announced his retirement, will be heading out of the FPHL. We want to wish him all the best to the former Elmira Enforcers netminder. Focusing on the season series against these 2 teams, I'll tell you the biggest surprise for me crunching those numbers, Glen Patterson, 1 goal, 8 assists, absolutely huge numbers against the Columbus River Dragons. Your coach and player this weekend, very excited to have Ahmed Mahfouz back in the lineup. He's got 3 goals and 5 assists. Tyler Gjurich with 5 goals and 2 assists. And then perhaps one of the bigger names, Carter Shinkaruk, who we'll be talking to in just a couple of minutes. He has come up with 6 big assists for the Elmira Enforcers just this season. Brett Gravel has added on to that with 3 goals and 1 assist of his own. All right, and I'm here with Carter Shinkaruk. And Carter, finals here, your first time in Enforcers uniform. The boys have been there 2 years ago. This is your first opportunity. What's it like to play for a championship here in this building?
I think it's pretty special. I mean, every player, when they start a year, their goal is to be, one of the final 2 teams left competing for the cup. So we're pretty fortunate, and it's a testament to our hard work all season to put us in this opportunity. So we're just looking forward to getting things started and coming out strong in Game 1.
All right, so you guys have played a lot of games in a very short amount of time. Obviously, 11 games against Port Huron, 9 games against Carolina, just 5 times against these Columbus River Dragons. 5 times may sound like a lot, but in a long season like this, how did you guys spend it to prepare to get ready for this team?
I think we take every team, we prepare the exact same. We might tinker a little bit, depending on a forecheck or a breakout that they do, but we focus on ourselves and playing Enforcer hockey. So it doesn't matter if we are playing a team 1 time or 10, 11 times. We're going to prepare the same, and we feel in our preparation, we're in a good spot to win every single game.
Now, speaking of which, the playoff roster has come out. Johnny Ruiz back on the playoff roster. How much does that mean to you and your line, as you guys have been such a key part of this Enforcers offense all season?
Yeah, Johnny, having him back is huge for us. Johnny's a great player, and with Gravy and myself, and Johnny, we've worked well as a line together. So to have him back and in the lineup just makes our team, a lot better.
Now, we talk about home ice advantage for the postseason. That's obviously a big part. Columbus has home ice advantage, but you guys start at home. How important are these 2 games at First Arena?
Massive. Old saying is that you're not in trouble until you lose at home, and I know it's a best of 5. Usually that saying's with the best of 7 series, but if we don't lose at home, anything happens that 5th game. So obviously you want to have the home ice advantage for the last 3 games, but we're kind of focusing, okay, we're not traveling twice. We only travel once to Columbus and that's it. they had to travel to us and they're traveling back, so we might have a little advantage that way. And if we can win at home these first 2 games, we're putting ourselves in a phenomenal spot to come away with the Ignite Cup.
Last question before I let you go. Obviously, you guys have done the travel down to Georgia. You know what it's like. They got in a day early here. You got in a day early down there, but you can't really shake off those legs. That's a long ride. What do you guys have to do to get on these guys?
I think we just have to take it to them, right from the puck drop game 1, and we kind of break down periods in 5-minute increments. So if we can win the first 5 minutes and come out with a 1-0 lead in that first 5 minutes, we're going to put ourselves in a good opportunity to win that period, and then furthermore win that game. So starts to hockey games are everything, and we're looking to be the team that comes out with more fire.
Well, make sure you come down and see Carter Shinkaruk and his line. Do it up all weekend here at the First Arena, your last chance to see hockey until October. On the extra side of time, the biggest story out of this one, Tyler Gjurich. He came through with some big shootout goals back, scoring 3 goals in the first game these 2 teams met in the shootout, earning the Enforcers the first win of this season series. Things did not go so well for the Enforcers down in Columbus, which is why these 2 games at First Arena are going to be beyond important, as Elmira looks to get themselves a big hold on this series. Looking across the way, the points have come from everywhere for Columbus. Basically, the entire lineup has found the score sheet at one point or another. Ivan Bondarenko has been with the team 2 years now. 2 goals and 4 assists sticks out. Votek Zemlichka, no goals, 5 assists. He has come up big for these guys as well. And on that same note, in the shootout, 3 for 3, Connor Fries, former Elmira Enforcers property, really has stuck out this season. Now, Columbus's goaltending, Jared Rutledge, in his stint in Columbus, 4 wins, 1 loss, 1 overtime loss. 2 of those wins, though, coming in the way of the shootout. So a little bit of a catch-22 there. We'll have to see what he's able to do here with no shootout in the championship. It's going to be straight extra time. For your Enforcers, Troy Passingham, 4 wins, 1 loss, 1 of those wins in the shootout. Dylan Kelly, 2 losses, both coming in the extra time, and 1 in overtime, 1 in the shootout. Joe Young with a single win, but he came in relief of that Dylan Kelly goalie fight, which we saw back down there in Columbus, Georgia, and always could be interesting if Jacob Caffrey gets back in the game. Might be an interesting tilt if Dylan Kelly and Jacob Caffrey both in the net.
Hey Enforcers fans, we'd love to see everybody out this weekend, Friday and Saturday, as we start the Ignite Cup Finals. Go Enforcers, go!
All right, and we're now here with owner and operator of Can USA Sports, Robbie Nichols. And Robbie, first off, congratulations. 2nd trip to the finals in 2 opportunities. What's it feel like to be back here?
It's great, but I'm so proud of our team, our staff, what we've been through this. This is a year from heck, and the guys keep on fighting, and we're glad to be here.
Well, they say it's a year like no other, and I certainly hope so. We'll hope never to have this experience again. However, that being said, the guys have really played very well down the stretch. They've done as well as they can do. They're here in the finals, and now this clash with the Columbus River Dragons, a team they've only seen 5 times in a year where they've seen teams 9, 11 times. How big a competition is this going to be, knowing that you haven't seen these guys really since, well, about a month and a half ago now?
Well, I think it's a great matchup. They're a very good hockey team, and I think we're a very good hockey team. We've played, like you said, 5 times. I think 4 of the 5 went into overtime. We're very evenly matched, and I just want to make sure the guys are ready and coming out. And like I said, all the credit goes to the guys. They've hung through this. Our season started, it stopped. Some of them got COVID. They came back. Some more got COVID. It's just been such a trying year, but they've stuck with the game plan, and they made it here to the finals.
When you talk about the finals, I want to take you back 2 years ago. It started in Carolina, kind of came back to First Arena on a little bit of a lull after those 2 games done there in Carolina. How much does it mean to this franchise to start the championship finals here at First Arena?
Well, I think it's important. Playoffs are playoffs no matter where you start, and you just need to win. It doesn't matter where you start, and we're home. It's not that much of a home advantage. The New York State has got one of our arms hid behind our back. We're only allowed 10% of our fans, and you have to have double shots to get in. So, we're not seeing the crowds we're used to here, but we're seeing our faithful, loyal people that can get a ticket and get in. We want to win. We want to win at home. It's very important. If you don't, it's not the end of the world, but it's easier to win at home.
For sure. Now, I got to ask you, Ahmed Mahfouz, his first year as a head coach in this league, he's kind of taken the reins and run with it. How have you felt about your head coach coming in here and doing the job?
Well, again, I think he's done a great job. He went through some growing pains early, and it's been a good year for him to learn. But again, he's weathered the storm. He's been the guy at the helm going through all these changes through the starting and stopping and COVID and what the league throws at us, and he's done a great job.
Now, tickets are still available both for tomorrow night, Friday night, and Saturday night. Fans looking to get that done. You talked about the COVID protocols. What are they again so that fans can be ready?
We just have to show up with your COVID card that you've had both your shots 14 days prior or a negative test within 72 hours. And we want all our fans, as many as have got the shot that Governor Cuomo let come in the building, and we want you in here. We want to make it loud and let the guys know you're here. And it's tough on the fans too. We wish we could open the doors and be packed and have a great crowd, but we can't. And we're here in the finals. That's the main thing, and we want the guys to win.
There's an online jersey auction going on right now with the white jerseys from the first part of the year the team wore it for 3/4 of the season. How can fans get in on that? What are the bids looking like, and what are people calling in to do? How does that all work?
Yeah, we've got quite a few bids coming in already. The jerseys all started at $175, and you can call us at 734-7825, 734-PUCK, or you can email us and get your bids in. And they're going pretty well, and some of the favorites usually go for a little more, but all the jerseys start at $175, so get your bids in early.
Well, last question before I let you go. Obviously, this is going to be kind of a stretched out series too. You got the 2 games here, and then 2 games or possibly 3 games down there in Georgia, not till a week from then. How important is it as a coach, as somebody who's played this game for a number of years, is it to start things off the right way when you have that much of a gap between playoff games?
Well, it can work both ways. You want to win. We want to win game 1. That's the most important thing, is a Friday night, and then you concentrate on game 2. If you win both, you got a week of practice to go over a few things, find points. And if something happens where you lose 2, you got a lot of time to regroup and rebuild. And 1 game at a time is what we're going to take it, and just hopefully we're ready for Friday night.
All right. Well, thank you to Robbie Nichols. Don't forget to get your tickets, 734-7825. You can get yourself a couple of tickets. Don't forget to go on down to the First Arena box office and show up. Make some noise for your Ignite Cup Finals, Elmira Enforcers.
Hey, Enforcers fans. Tyler Jurich here. Just remember, last 2 home games this weekend. It's the finals, Friday, Saturday, last one in October. Come out and support us. We love hearing the noise. It'll get us motivated. We're here to win a championship. Let's go.
Looking at the head-to-head matchup, the Enforcers have come away victorious here better than most. 3 wins, 1 regulation loss, 2 overtime wins, and 3 overtime losses, giving them a pretty handy total there of a 5-4 record. At home, however, is where it's most impressive. 2 wins, 1 overtime win, and 1 overtime loss, never having lost in regulation to the Columbus River Dragons at home. That's a statistic that's going to be very important here in these first 2 games at First Arena, because down the other side of things, 1 win, 1 loss, 2 overtime wins, and 1 overtime loss down in Georgia. So in 5 matchups, the Columbus River Dragons have had the better side of things against the Enforcers, so that's going to be one to keep an eye on as well. This weekend, though, everything starts here at 7:05 on Friday night as the Elmira Enforcers, Ahmed Mahfouz back in the lineup. Going to be something to keep an eye on, as he seems to be recovered from the injury he was facing, and when you have the coach out there, that can motivate the guys a heck of a lot. Knowing all this, the Enforcers head back into the playoffs, the championship round. For the second time in their existence, they have kept it going here, appearing in both championship finals since they've come into the league. All that being said, we're getting ready for puck drop here at First Arena. Keep it tuned right here.